Now, please indulge me for a few moments. I have to, before we get really into what I would like to share, I always have to give a couple caveats. If I don't clear some things up out the gate, some of you will have some difficulty with some of what I'm about to say.
Come on.
And that's why you see the brothers.
Yes, sir. That's right, that's right. Come on now.
On another level, the brothers you see require some explanation from me. I have on my pen identifying me as a fruit of Islam, a proud member of the Nation of Islam. Now, on my way over here, I debated with myself. My inclination was to take it off, which I would customarily do, because I'm not before you today representing the theology of the Nation of Islam. In fact, my being a member of the Nation of Islam is quite incidental to what I have come to Fort Worth, Texas to share. See, I'm an academic.
Yeah.
I'm a trained historian of religion. I'm a professional historian of religion.
Right.
I mean, I'm trained and paid to study religious traditions and religious texts. I'm an African-centered scholar. I do indeed, as Brother Student Minister Lee said, and I suspect it hurt some ears, but I'm compelled to reiterate, I am standing, or at least I'm very much attempting to stand on the shoulders of Dr. Chancellor Williams, Dr. Yosef Biyaku,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dr. John Henry Clark,
Right, right.
Dr. Sheikh Antijo. And in so doing, I have had the occasion to engage them. One scholar to other scholars. And maybe the reason these brothers are necessary is because my engagement of them upsets a lot of people. I'm going to touch on that in a minute. This is the preliminaries. I've been on this particular journey for 3 years now. It started with a lecture in Trenton, New Jersey, entitled "The Origin of Islam and the End of Ghetto Scholarship." Yeah, I did coin that
come on
term.
now.
And I backslide from that term.
Go ahead.
That was a lecture that was by default because it was supposed to be a debate with Brother Walter Williams, the author of the book, Historical Origin of Christianity and the Historical Origin of Islam. That lecture will be followed by a debate in New York with Natural Tahuti. Who has seen the Natural Tahuti debate? Is Islam an Arab religion, a white Arab religion, or an African religion?
Come on. Teach.
That debate was followed by another debate. Dr. Ray Higgins in New York. Same subject, because it didn't go their way the first time. So they reloaded and came at it again. That debate too was Islam, an Arab religion or an African religion. That was followed by another debate
Come on, Cam.
in Baltimore with Brother Mukasa Africa Maya. That debate was Islam and Maya. Are they both African religions or no? Well, that was the last debate, because after that I declared I would never debate the subject with black folks again. And with Afrocentric scholars. Because there's a bit of distasteful irony
Come on.
in the fact that I, as an African-centered scholar, have to debate other African-centric scholars
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
on this disclosure of another stolen legacy of Africa reclaimed from white supremacy.
Go ahead.
Debates with white Arabs on the subject would have been most appropriate.
Right.
Debates with white folks in general, white academics, would have been most appropriate.
That's right. That's right.
But I confess and apologize, it took 3 debates for me to realize that debating black Afrocentrics on the subject was a tad bit asinine. So I publicly declared that I would no longer debate African-centered scholars, thinkers on this subject. One, because all the debates are available on YouTube. The outcome was the same. It is what it is.
Right.
And what is it? Well, we're going to get to that in a minute. But the point I'm making is I was going to take my pen off because I didn't want to prejudice you. I don't want you to put me in a Muslim religious box.
Go ahead.
See, I'm a historian of religion, and my public record for 23 years is clear, it's available. I treat my religion the exact same way I treat yours. I don't do my research as a Muslim. And a lot of Muslims, they cringe every time I say that. My condolences. I study Islam the way I study Maya, the way I study Christianity, as an academic, as a trained academic.
Go ahead.
I let the chips fall where they may.
Right. Right. Go ahead.
But if you don't know me, if you don't know my record, then you may be prejudiced. So I started to take it off to spare you from the prejudice, because the prejudice will be more cumbersome for you than for me. It will make sitting here in these seats a little more difficult than it need be for you at certain points in my presentation.
Go ahead. Come on.
So I was going to take it off just so you don't think I'm here to theologize. I would theologize Sunday. Come out to Muhammad Mosque number 48 this Sunday.
Come on, man.
I'll be theologizing a little bit. But it's Dr. Wesley Muhammad, the academic, professional historian of religion, African-centered scholar, is here at Fort Worth, Texas.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I decided to leave it on because I remembered something. And I discovered it's a teachable moment. This pen right here is a teachable moment.
That's right.
And I like extending teachable moments to my Afrocentric family,
Go ahead.
with which I have been in such contention for the last 3 years. So the teachable moment is this. Dr. Chancellor Williams, in his iconic book, The Destruction of Black Civilization, one of the reasons my relationship with fellow members of the African-centered community has been so contentious is because I have taken Dr. Williams to task, one scholar to another. The Destruction of Black Civilization, unquestionably, is an iconic book. It tops my list, or is among the top of my list of recommended books for every, not just black reader, but reader.
Right.
It's also the case that the black intellectual's perspective on Islam and its relationship to African peoples was in many ways determined by the destruction of black civilization.